got new tops. Yes, that's right. Something casual for the summer. Something you'll be seeing me in all summer long. I have myself a little homemade deliciousness, and the cinnamon buns are rising. I don't know about you, but I've been a big fan of the sourdough, and I've made and created some really nice breads and doughs and buns, including donuts. But I didn't have the lard or the patience to create donuts today. I did, however, have the patience and the sourdough starter and the parchment paper for dough knots. They're cinnamon buns, and they're delicious looking. If they were cooked, I would probably eat one. I would probably eat one. But the best part about this is I am learning different flours, and I'm learning how to create with them. I realized that with a certain flour, there's a certain softness to the dough. And if you like a firm dough, or depending on what you're cooking, you have to have some density to it. So if your dough falls flat, there's a reason. It needs something. Perhaps a little gluten to eat up and create levitation. But without the fact that there is no flour in it, I used something other than flour. Well, it's called flour. I'll have to check the name on the bag. But it's good for you flour. It's gluten-free. Now, I'm never a big fan of the actual store-bought bread since I've made my own, because I know what goes into that crap, and everybody eats it, but it's still not the same when you make it yourself. Really, truly not the same when you make it yourself. And I had someone gift me some flour, but it wasn't real. Well, it was real flour, but it wasn't. I'll show you what it was. So I took out my starter yesterday, and I created a masterpiece. Check out. And no, that's my pineapple. Where's my flour to? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Tapioca flour. Tapioca flour. Gluten-free, great for thickening. Okay. Perfect for baking. It says it's perfect for baking. And the reason why I say I agree with it, because we have, oh, it's not going to let me show you. I'll have to tilt this to you. We have cinnamon buns. They're a little flat, but they smell good. They smell real good. So I've got tapioca flour, and my starter. And that is my dream come true. So this in here was the container that my starter was in. I'm going to add to the starter from yesterday. Now I'm going to use actual flour, the normal flour, to go in with this, because I would like to have a consistent sourdough. So me being the minimalist perfectionist that I am, I'm trying not to worry about it. Not to worry about it. Don't worry. Right? Don't worry. Welcome in. How you doing? Say hi. How's it going? I am now taking the leftovers of my sourdough that was in the fridge that I didn't use in the cinnamon and creating a new fridge starter. Because I'm not baking anymore today or this week. So once this is fed and put away, we can put it in the fridge. Once it's fed and starts to collect itself, I'll put it back in the fridge. But you don't waste this sort of thing, because this is a lot of starter. I have dehydrated starter. Is that? No, I thought that was dehydrated starter. If anyone is looking, the mother was started October 23. So that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and I gave some away, but I'm not baking every day, so I don't need this out feeding it every day. I don't. So once it's cleaned up off of this, I'm gonna put it back, and next time I take it out, I'm gonna try feeding it with something called bulgur wheat. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that, but it's a type of whole grain. It's a type of whole grain. You can look it up if you like, if you want to know more about it. But I'm excited at the fact that I got some for very cheap. Very, very cheaply. So, but I'm not feeding it that today. Today it's just a regular all-purpose feeding. Making sure it's smooth. A little lumpy there right now, but that's the consistency I'm looking for. The drip, 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 drip. Yeah. So we'll let that sit for today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna feed it one more time and put it in the fridge. I may do a discard cracker because I don't have any crackers right now. The crackers I have are not. They burned a little bit. I burned them. So this goes into the cupboard, preferably in a better looking jar than that. Do I have a better looking jar than that? That jar looks a little rough and crusty. Let's try this one. This is a big jar. This is a nice big jar. You're doing more bread. It's fresh, it's clean. How's it going? There we go. Wow. Oh yeah, baby. No worries right there. No worries right there. And even this stuff is good enough to start another starter. And I'm gonna put that up till tomorrow. Covered loosely. See that? Loosely. So get some air. Hey now. That is a miracle. A miracle of evolution. That we could take ourselves out to the field, grab some grains, and create a bread. I am looking for my spatula. Yes, I am. Why, yes, I am. Because does. See, now this is where you get money. This is the money shot right here. See all this? All that? All this and all that? That is lovely. Because this is a whole other starter now. It's a whole other starter I can make or create. Just clean up the edges, add a little water, add a little flour. You got yourself a brand new bag. Brand new bag. Which I'm going to put in here so I can dehydrate. Yeah, how you doing? You could say hi. How's it going? Tell me who he is. Or you can sit there in silence and wonder, why isn't she talking to me? Well, it's like this. I'm creating a masterpiece with my sourdough. How are you today? I have been blessed with gratitude and abundance today. Because not only am I making cinnamon buns, but I have some fresh picked mushrooms that my friends picked yesterday, which was pretty cool. So now I got most of this out. You could mess around and create, but what I have here now is a little thin layer of sourdough. See? So this dehydrates up in the cupboard, out of the way. Up in the cupboard, out of the way. And up in the cupboard, out of the way is where it dehydrates and it gets hard and turns into this. Naturally, you can reactivate that in a nice glass jar and make yourself a brand new active starter. All you have to do is add your water and flour, and you should make a beautiful starter. My buns are freaking deflating, which is odd, but I do believe it's the flour. My buns feel like they're deflating. Let's have a look. What do you think of those? Huh? I know they smell so good. Cinnamon buns with nuts. These nuts. Yeah, those nuts. Hey, welcome. What are you at? Thanks for coming in. Here I am adjusting my sourdoughs. So I have a container. It's John, aka Verm Monster Grows. That's right. What are you at? I'm here in my glory. It feels like I have much to be grateful for, including the sweet potatoes that are going to go outside eventually. I want them to root in here. They need some water. They're going to need some water today. Hi. How you doing? So, with the abundance that I do have, I am going to be making cinnamon buns this morning. Hi. What happened to you? Where'd you go? You disappeared. Are you gone? It's 9 o'clock where you are. No, it's not. What time is it where you are now? You're in Atlanta. Are you in Atlanta traveling? You're traveling cross country. I'm here. Hey, thanks for being here. I am grateful. I've got my plants, I've got my sourdough starter, I've got myself, got some new clothes, liking the new clothes, it fits me right. Grateful to have a pair of drawers that don't tear when you pull them up. Your nose, just your nose. Yeah. So, in the moments of gratitude, you've got to understand you can turn your fear into excitement. Good morning, glitter bombs. What are you at? I have some pretty high hopes for this week. Hope you're having a blessed morning. I am. I really am. I puttered around and I finished up the last of the dishes. Had supper with a friend yesterday and she brought me over mushrooms. So I'm going to have those on toast later. Don't know where I'm going to get the toast. I think there's a bun in the freezer. So I might have a mushroom burger. Make a mushroom burger. Ooh. Yes. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But for today, there's cinnamon buns. Hello, good morning, fellow travelers. We got John up in there. We got Trace. Trace is soon going to Nashville. John is soon going to Florida. We got a bunch of world travelers here. Yo. Traveling to New Orleans, aren't you? You're going to Nashville. Nashville. Ooh. Me and my friend are up in Atlanta. Ooh. Love it. So I'm sitting here with the abundance of some pretty brand new towels and cloths and clothes. I had to go and get me some clothes because what I had didn't fit me correctly. What I was wearing was either too tight or just too much, like too clingy. I like a little room and I like the way things hang when they hang. So, gotta have some confidence in what you wear. And if nothing fits you, it's not gonna work that way. Try when you face things that you're unsure of or if you're uncertain of, remember that the nervousness can be turned into excitement. And no one's only gonna stop you but you. Yo, like, I faced it. We've all faced it in our days. I'm not saying that you're doing it today or I'm doing it today. But when we do face things that we don't know for sure is gonna work or not, we got to put that work in to make them things work. We've got to understand that our fear could just be excitement. Bertha Cheeks, brother, you knows you're my favorite. I'm here a hot mess this morning, but I've got the cinnamon rolls on the stove, and they're going in the oven in like 1 hour. Ooh, ooh, do you like cinnamon buns, brother? That's my family in the chat here, guys. Sometimes all you have to do is let go, right? Sometimes when you're facing these uncertainties or fears, you really, you let the fear bring the doubts into your head. And you kind of fucks yourself over that way because then the doubts in your head gives you bigger fear instead of a greater excitement. And it's true. And it's not something we all want. No. But the uncertainty of doubt and fear, it certainly gives us a little squeeze of the mind, body, and spirit. And you just might pop out of your shit if you do. Let it. Yeah, I'm serious. Because it can crush you or it can turn you into a diamond. Oh, yes. It could crush you or it could turn you into a diamond. And I don't know about you, but I can smell those cinnamon buns from here, and they're not even cooking yet. What? That's what I said. Yeah. Let go and let God. Personal struggles in my life created a diamond. That's right. That is right. Because when you're unsure and you're uncertain and you're new to something, you take 2 bags and a suitcase to a mom's market and you kind of shit the bed on that because it was your first event and it was your first time ever going out into public selling your stuff like you were doing. So when you come home and you feel like you're defeated, you look around and you think of what you can do for yourself and how do you get yourself together for the next one. So I purchased this at the thrift store. It's my works of art. And I purchased a trolley, which my works of art are in, right here. And I purchased this. She who leaves a trail of glitter is never forgotten. That's cute. When I come home with all of this, my best friend's son, I calls him my nephew, he created this. And it's a whole board of me and where I'm to and where to find me and how to help. And also, he created business cards instead of giving out what I had wrote up. I can give out business cards to people. And they're pretty cool too. So, when you face those fears with some chutzpah, I guess, you gotta give up and let them go because things are gonna happen for you when you work at it. When you create what you desire. So I'm going to do my best to break the stigma of mental health and addictions. And this year is my 5th year sober. I put 5 roses on my arm. 5th year sober. I'm looking at some beautiful mushrooms that my friend made me. She picked them yesterday and brought them over. I'm not sure. I might just fry them up in a bit of butter. Yeah, might just. So, when you get the opportunity to throw a plant away because it cracked off, or you feel broken, remember my mint plant. As you can see, it was broken. Right there, right there, right there. Right there it was broken. Right here, yeah. And I took that mint plant and cut it off at the broken part and put it in here. Look at this. Look at this. This was one stick of mint, and I've created a bush. Not only have I created a bush, but the mint plant where it broke off, next to it, these babies grew. This one, a brand new plant. A brand new plant. I could have just thrown it away and been defeated and said, fuck, I messed up. I broke my plant. But no, I was like, ooh, maybe I could grow it again. So I cut that bitch off and put it in some water. Look what I grew. That's pretty sick. And as this grew, I realized there's something shooting up out of this old pot. This is, I thought was a dead pot. Nothing in it, nothing growing from it. This beauty grew from it. And that's like miracles of beyond proportion. It's not doubting your cut off, broken plant. It's believing in the possibility of where you cut creates a brand new path. It creates a brand new plant. And I'm gifting that to a young lady that goes to my group and would love some mint. And I have more plants that I've grown from like one slip. This was one slip. This was one slip. I got my dream big here. My dream big here. And yeah, I have plans to do more with this. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I don't plan on doubting my forward anymore. I plan on taking up the broken pieces and creating a masterpiece. And it mightn't be a diamond, but it's sure gonna shine like one. Yo, hey, you should try my cinnamon buns. Yo, because they're starting to expand. They're starting to expand. And I put up shelves here, but it didn't work. These did not work. These are not what I'm looking for as picture hooks. So I need different picture hangers. And there's a possibility I could put some pictures up here. I know I'm shocked myself. That's exciting. I can do so many things. And I'm gonna do them. It's gonna take some time. Hey. Listen, sweetheart, I know not every day is gonna be exciting. Some days you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But you can turn it into something glorious. You can choose the path you take. And we can flush it down the toilet, any kind of negativity, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to deplete our own energy. It's not worth it to throw the plant out when you think it's lost. Perhaps we can replot it. Perhaps we can put it in a new one. It's not worth my peace, right? You can do anything. And that's the miracle. It's up to us to choose the path. And God chose us one way. And only one way. Beauty from the ashes, just like the phoenix. Yep. And I tell you, it might be a little weird working with some different flowers, but I didn't fear it. I did it. And in each choice I make to continue, it gives me knowledge. And it gives me hope for tomorrow's cinnamon buns. And that's just delicious. So, quash your fears. Remember, that's not fear. That little tingle in the underbelly of your nutsack is not fear. It's excitement. Just saying. Not being rude. I'm being real. I could have thrown those plants out. I could have thrown that flower that looked a little freaky and felt a little soft out. I could have. But instead, I wanted to cook with it. I wanted to nourish myself and my friends with it. I wanted to try and show myself. Things can change. You just have to choose it. It's not a hot mess. I'm not a hot mess. Though I might feel like it right now. My hair ain't straight. Whoop-de-fuck. But by the end of the day, I'm gonna be nourished. And I don't care how straight my hair is. I just want to be well. I want to feel as good as my insides do when I'm eating a cinnamon bun. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Because if I'm not making sense to you, I probably won't make sense to many others. And I know perfection is a very huge waste of energy. But when we strive for wellness, it is perfection in all of its weird glory. Does that make sense? I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you on my journey with me. If you show up here and come on over to my different places of well-being and, you know, Sophia? Sophia? No, I don't know a Sophia. There's a lot of people I'm surprised I don't know. But I'll get to know Sophia if she comes on by. Bring her in, tell her that squirrels is nuts. See how she likes it. I'm just saying, do you like cinnamon buns? I'll bring you in a couple. Do you? When they're cooked, I'll bring some in. It's Tuesday. What the fuck else am I gonna do? Want a cup of tea? You bring the tea and I'll bring the buns. And I'll be in later if you're around. Yes. All right, well, 30 minutes, 32, 2 people up in here. Thanks for the thumbs. Your nose knows it's good for the algorithm and the ego. And yes, I just flicked that hell of a mop over my head. I got glitter bombs for you. I've got glitter in my heart. Your nose where else it's to. So, I'm going to be making some cinnamon buns. I'm going to save 2 for my friend Tangine. I'll bring the rest into my fam jam. Hope y'all know I'm on the way. Sometime today. When they cooks, they gotta cook yet. I'll see you soon. And I love you guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for reminding me. Who the fuck am I? Well, I'm Squirrel's World. Glitter bombs. I have glitter and hope. And a whole lot of passion to share that shit with you. So find out who you are. Come on in. Don't hesitate. Remember, our fear is what crushes us into doubting ourselves. Peace, Bertha. Give it up. Love ya. Peace.